your negotiation skills, I think, is very poor. Because an artist can only go as far as his manager or their manager can carry them go. If you're not good at negotiating good deals, Renew is at a point where you should be looking at how to sell that sister to another management that will carry her further. But because we know of that entitlement, egoistic thing from some of you actors in the Cameroonian music industry, she's going to be wallowing in that same spot. Stagnation. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing, man? It's your boy, MisterJaay, aka Kwame Boy, your bong boy, Adekule, Adewale, your dogo mwake, clear boy, Bazinga, Mano, Dasha, yes, Junior Dude Boy, we back in the mother. You know who this is, man. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to another episode of MisterJaay's Reaction. So, earlier I dropped a little intro to something which was going on, and I told you guys, and I promised that I was going to clap back, man. This vlog is for my 237 audience, and this is my response to a certain brother who calls himself a music manager. He goes by the name Mr. Ashu Nomad. I don't know if Nomad is your real name, but it's all good. It's all love, my brother. So I'm going to reply to that brother today. So this brother went on the talk show in Cameroon, and then he was questioning my qualification of being a music critic. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about right now. But before we get started, if you're not done it, please do pause for a minute, hit that subscribe button, smash that like and that notification, give us a thumbs up if you're coming, please do let the commercial play. Let's not talk too much, let's talk about it. So a couple of days ago, man, a brother by the name Ashu Nomad and the Cameroonian hit artist for the moment, Kosi, man, and they appeared on a talk show in Cameroon. And I just want to say shout out to that presenter, man. She goes by the name Lyonga. And that's a great talk show, a great platform, man. In the course of their communication, man, it was obvious to see that certain things weren't going as it was supposed to be. Little sister tried her best, but it just went out of hand. And then, the brother just, to show himself up, it was like he was questioning my qualification of being a music critic. Now, brother, I don't know your level of intelligence, and I don't know your level of understanding what critiquing means, but there is actually no university qualification for this, man. There's something affiliated to that, but when you ask a critic what is his qualification, and I hit Google up. So I was like, man, maybe I should let this world know exactly. Let's talk about this whole concept of music critiquing, and I typed on what qualities does a music critic need. And then behold, it pops up, man. I'm going to be reading. It says you need musical knowledge. A music critic must be reasonably knowledgeable about the style of music he is writing about. In this case, he is reacting about, and that's MisterJaay. And I must say, everything I reacted about on this platform, I am pretty much knowledgeable. I am reasonably knowledgeable. So my brother, I hope you are taking down these notes. And he continues to say, while this doesn't require an advanced degree in music, I hope you're paying attention, Mr. Ashu Nomad. Most critics should be able to compare a musician's performance with previous performances or with other performers in that field. I hope you heard. Now, if you look at MisterJaay's platform, this is exactly what MisterJaay does. You feel me? I don't have any advanced degree in music. I didn't study music in school, unfortunately. But it's the love for music which got me to where I am today, which I do as a passion. It's not my main job. No, I do this because I love music. You feel me? So to this brother asking about what qualification MisterJaay has, I do compare musicians' performances on this platform, unless you are too dumb to understand that, what I've been doing for over 305, I have 3,500 vlogs on this platform. You feel me? Then you should not be asking that question on a platform like, Dash Media. Big up and shout out to that media that has been helping the industry in one way or the other. You feel me? And let me reiterate this point. It says the critic compares musicians' performances with previous performances, or with other performers in the field. I know that you guys always get angry when I compare with Nigeria. I'm comparing what I critique on based on the best in the continent at the moment. If you do not know, if you've not yet agreed to the fact that the Nigerian music industry is what is making the world tick right now, then of course, you, my brother, Ashu Norman, you are so retarded. And I say that in a loving way. Now, let's continue on this whole concept of critiquing music. You were asking about my qualifications, so let me elaborate so that you can get it into your thick skull. You feel me? And then, what are the qualities of an ideal music critic? Pay attention. I hit Google. Everybody hits Google to get information. You feel me? It says there are 3 main qualifications for a music critic, beside the general qualification of good sense and knowledge of the world. I know the world. I've traveled the world. I know music from different parts of the world. I know you are stuck in your cocoon. Music in Cameroon, Mr. Ashu Norman. But it goes on to say, a good an ideal music critic, he must have a cultivated taste for music. He must be a skilled writer in this case, and he must be a practiced critic. I've been doing this for 3 years. I do believe that I am a practiced critic. I've been doing this for 3 years. Reacting on songs, reacting to music for the past my channel is. But actually, I started understanding and loving music since I was about 16 years old. I'm 37 today. Do the math, Mr. Ashu Norman. And the first line said he must have a cultivated taste for music. The genre of music I listen to, the types of music I understand based on language, based on genre, based on vibe and energy. I know that you, Mr. Ashu Norman, you have no clue. You are still to get there. So do not go on a live show like that and ask me, MisterJaay, what is my qualification for giving my critical analysis of a song? And I know that I've not even touched the artist yet, but we're going to talk about that when we are comparing your qualities. Let's keep going on. And Google still tells us. So I asked Google, man, how can one be a good music reviewer? So, there are 8 tips. You need to listen before you write or you review. I listen to songs before I review. Sometimes, just because I already have reacted to the artist before, I just dive into reaction because I know that I can catch some. It's not every ball MisterJaay gets, not every line. Some flies over my head, but I do know when I've reacted to an artist for so long, bro, I can listen to that each the first time and I already get a whole lot of shit. You feel me? You need to listen before you write about the music you want to talk about. You feel me? You need to research on key aspects of the music. The artist's mind frame when they were writing, the circumstance of the artist, the environment, the history, and everything. MisterJaay does that. I do that. So if that doesn't count as a quality to you, Mr. Ashu Norman, bro, I don't know what school you went to, but I'm not going to disrespect you and say that you are slow again. But it is pretty much obvious. And then he goes again to say, a good and ideal music critic or reviewer needs to think about context. I do contextualize the meaning for songs on this platform. Again, brother, if this is your first time catching on to MisterJaay, go back before you come and talk to MisterJaay, you feel me? And then you need to consider the context of the music from different aspects. And I've been doing that on this platform, unless you're just catching up once again. And then there's a thing that he said, they said, avoid bias. I know some of you guys will take that, Mr. J, I'm too biased against the Cameroonian artist industry and blah, 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 whatnot. But I have to stay the way I do my things. Again, if you do not like the way I criticize an artist, Cameroonian audience, please do not watch. Period. It will save you the stress. It will save me the stress of doing this just to make you know, just to check you. You feel me? And you have to be honest. Anything I say, I'm honest. Some of you will say, oh, you're not honest, blah, 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 blah. But you don't understand. I'm not even worried what you think. We are looking at the craft, the music. And they say you have to react clearly, which I do. And then I did my best. So now, to Mr. Asher Norman, those are my qualifications, time and experience. Let me borrow what Mr. Agbagiba said in the live stream on Facebook we had yesterday with Mr. Eric Bana. Big up to you, my brother. Time and experience is good enough qualification for Mr. J. But if you're still doubtful, call me. I will talk to you. You're a brother. I will educate you on what I do. Maybe, if you think that is that easy, if you think that is that useless, it's a free will. Open your own channel and start doing what Mr. J do. And let's see how far you get within 3 years. You did authentically. So, I was thinking, or maybe this brother is talking like that. He's that, that needle in the haystack. He is that, that unicorn in the Cameroonian industry and what he does. But he fails to understand that I already know about you a while back. When Cameroonian, I know that you are the person who took Ring Yui, the Cameroonian artist who sang Controller, a good song which actually was a hit in Cameroon. I applaud her for that. I don't applaud you. But I will applaud you for the fact that you took a sister. Sister was teaching. She was, I don't know if it's a nursery school or it's a primary school teacher. And we all know that in Cameroon, these folks don't make much money. So you took her from that level. You invested in her financially because I don't think that you contributed creatively towards her artistic side. I would just say she was an artist even while she was a teacher. Big up to all my primary school and my nursery school teacher in Cameroon. You did. It's not a bad thing to be a teacher. Mr. Day teaches. I teach out here sometimes. You did. I teach IT. I teach database. I teach languages too. You feel me? So it's normal. But you call yourself a music manager, so you question my qualification. So I was, I'm going to question your own qualification too. So we make it equal, right, Mr. Asher Norman? And from what we say, of course, I hit Google and I Google everything, and it says, there are 6 skills that an artist manager is supposed to have. And apart from the fact that you discovered Rinyu, you invested in her, because I know Rinyu was already doing music before you came into the picture. The fact that you invested in Rinyu when nobody was willing to invest in artists, I applaud you for that. That is bravo. But for you to question my qualification of critiquing music, let's question your own qualification. The first thing that a good artist manager should have is a communication skills. Very, very important. An artist manager needs to know how to communicate with the public. You know how to communicate. Their communication skills should be able to protect your artist to a different height. And from what I see, my brother, you are not good at that. You feel me? Because what you're doing is disturbing and harming that sister's career. I know you are too slow to catch that. But music as a business, of course, I can already see that, I'm thinking Rinyu her stuff is being boycotted for a certain reason. We're not going to dive into that. You lack communication skills as a manager. There are certain things you say and there are certain things you don't say as an artist manager. It's not about you, it's about your artist. Pay attention. The next skills that an artist manager needs to have is critical thinking. And I don't think you have that. You don't have that. And I will not say that what she does is you wrote the lyrics. You didn't write that. The hit song Controller is not, I don't think that you had anything to do with that, but for the financial part of it, which is good. But it's very, very clear to see that you hit a wall. There's nothing else you can do with Ringyun. There's nothing else you can do. Yes, you've conquered Cameroon. What about that? Is that where you're going to stay in the box? I'm talking to you, Mr. Ashu. You stay in the box or you will take her out. Every artist in Africa is now going out of their, to conquer or the part. But sister looks like she's not going to go far under your management. I'm just saying. Time management, I don't know how you manage your time with project with Ringyun. I'm not even going to comment on that. Your organization, I don't even know none of that. Your negotiation skills, I think is very poor. Because an artist can only go as far as his manager or their manager can carry them go. If you're not good at negotiating good deals, Ringyun is at a point where you should be looking at how to sell that sister to another management that will carry her further. But because we know of that entitlement, egoistic thing from some of you actors in the Cameroonian music industry, she's going to be wallowing in that same spot. Stagnation. Are you catching up, Mr. Ashu? This is directly to you, man. And then there's a public relations skills, which from your interview, I swear to God, you, my brother, you lack that part very, very bad. They need to watch you for village. I don't know what part of Cameroon you're from, but Ashu sounds like it's from the southwest. You could be Bayangi or you could still be from Woon. I don't know. Shit, But yes, that part of it, there's certain things I should not even mention. You feel me? Don't come at me when I've been doing something that I've been doing for so long. Ask questions first before you attack MisterJaay. Because I will always come back with you with facts. I don't bullshit on this platform. You feel me? Now, what makes a good music manager? Pay attention. Pay close attention. Great managers go above and beyond to secure the best business opportunities for their artists. Looking at Ringyun, the business aspect of that sister's career is lacking. Some of you will be emotional, but it's true. She got talent. She sings good. But business-wise, that's just it. That's just it, my brother. Which business plug is there that little sister you don't put it on? It's questionable. So Mr. Big Qualified Music Manager, work on that aspect. And this includes to be the connection between the artist and the team. You develop itineraries. You build her calendar. Let me ask you, Mr. Ashu Norman, 2023, can you give me a calendar for Ringyun's performance till December? Don't worry, I'll wait. Please share that information. Let it get to MisterJaay. Good managers do that. You feel me? Now, I'm not even going to go into the giving the advice and it's personal, professional. No, because it is obvious. I could really see from your interview with Miss Leonga what you are. Now, I will talk about the skills that you need. If you don't have them, Mr. Ashu, I would suggest that you really focus to getting these skills. Interpersonal skills, the communication skills, organization skills. You organize things, you attend to details about an artist's career. It's not about you, my brother. You dig? Yeah, because we can see that. You need to be able to give them financial literacy. Some of our artists in Cameroon, they lack that part. They don't know how to save up money and pay for bigger collaborations. You feel me? But I will leave it at that. And your knowledge of the music industry has to be key. It's not just Cameroon no more. We are in Generation Z, IT era, tech era. Bro, it's global now. Understand that music. You dig? And if that sister is hard for you to manage, yes, you've taken her from point A to point B. Look for people that are able to take her from point B to point C. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when somebody comes at you and questions your qualification, like this brother did to MisterJaay, I just pointed this out to you, Mr. Ash. You are not my enemy, you are not my anything, but sometimes, man, people like knowledge. So you find someone with education now, so that means I know you just get in front of the camera and talk shit. Anything I say in front of the camera, I can back it up with facts, not just, qualification. But since you are super qualified, I'm watching this 2023. I'm waiting to see what your artists will do this 2023. You feel me? Some of we will need your talk plenty. We just stay back and watch. Man, that's my time, man. Leave a comment and let me know who is the better. If you think from Cameroon though, who is the best music manager in Cameroon today? Leave a comment. Peace.
Action God, big up TRB family. MisterJaay, I see you. I know some artists don't do this.